Alright, so the sixth fighting place at UFC fighting Overeem versus Volkov is Timur Valiev versus Martin Day. This fight is a bantamweight fight. Timur Valiev, the 60th best bantamweight fighter in the world. He has a rate of 16 wins and only 2 losses. Martin Day, the 97th best bantamweight fighter in the world. He has a rate of 8 wins and 5 losses so far inside the UFC. Is on a 3-fight losing streak. Timur Valiev is 31 years old. Martin Day is 32 years old. Martin Day is really tall and has a very long reach, 5 foot 10 inches tall, and has a reach of 73 inches. Timur Valiev a little bit smaller and has a little bit smaller of a reach. Timur Valiev is 5 foot 6 inches tall and has a reach of 67 inches, so much smaller, and a much smaller reach for Timur Valiev in the fight. And guys, if you look at the top of your predictions, it is absolutely insane. As you guys know, Timur Valiev was supposed to be fighting Julio Arce, is now fighting Martin Day, so that might play a factor into why these tabloid predictions are this absolutely insane. Out of 555 different votes, 92% of the vote going for Timur Valiev to win the fight, mainly by decision. Then a lot of people have Timur Valiev winning the fight by knockout. Only 8% of the vote going for Martin Day to win the fight, mainly by decision, and then a couple of people have Martin Day winning the fight by knockout. In my opinion, I give it maybe a 25-33% chance, somewhere around that range, that we see a finish from one of the fighters in the fight, but most likely, this fight's gonna go all the way, and one of these two guys is gonna win the fight by unanimous decision. Alright, so Timur Valiev, 16 wins and 2 losses. He actually started his pro MMA career with a loss in his first ever pro MMA fight, but came back with a first round armbar submission, a decision win, 2 first round knockout wins in a row, 2 more decision wins, a third round of flying knee KO win inside the WSOF, got a unanimous win over Isaiah Chapman, a first round knockout win over Ed West, and then a decision win over Tito Jones. But in his next fight, fought an undefeated fighter in Chris Gutierrez and lost the fight in a very close fight by split decision. Came back and rematched Chris Gutierrez a couple of months later and won the fight by unanimous decision. Then got a third round rear naked submission win inside of the PFL, a decision win over Max Goga, a decision win, a first round knockout win, and then a decision win, which got him a shot inside the UFC. He was supposed to be fighting Jamal Emmers, then was supposed to fight Mark Striegel, but instead ended up fighting Trevin Jones, and ended up losing the fight by a second round knockout. But Trevin Jones had drugs in his system, so the fight was changed to a no contest later on this year, and now he's fighting Martin Day, and looks to make it 1-0 inside the UFC in this fight. Alright guys, so Martin Day, 8 wins and 5 losses, started with 4 straight wins in a row. 2 of the wins coming by decision, 1 of the wins coming by first round submission, and 1 of the wins coming by second round knockout. After that 4-fight win streak, he ended up fighting No Helene Hernandez, who was undefeated at the time and lost the fight by first round knockout. Came back a couple of months later with a first round knockout win over an undefeated fighter, but in his next fight against Jamie Alvarez, lost the fight on Dana White's Contender Series by unanimous decision, but came back with a first round guillotine, a unanimous decision, a second round knockout, which finally got him a shot inside the UFC, where he ended up fighting Ping Luan Liu, and it was a super close fight, but he did end up losing the fight by split decision. Lost the fight after that by third round knockout against Davey Grant, and the fight after that as well. All 3 losses inside the UFC, and he lost the next one by Anderson Dos Santos by first round guillotine choke submission. Right now inside the UFC, he's gone 0-3, and he's getting another shot inside the promotion just because Timur Valiev was supposed to fight Julio Arce, but just yesterday Julio Arce pulled out of the fight. So now Martin Day and Timur Valiev are fighting on this UFC fight night, and Martin Day looks to get his first win inside the UFC in this fight. Alright, so as you guys know, Timur Valiev has 16 wins and 2 losses. Technically, he got a loss in his last fight by second round knockout, but the fight was turned into a no contest because Trevin Jones, his opponent, had drugs in his system. Now, Timur Valiev, he was pretty much dominating the fight, and it was looking to be another knockout in the first round or another unanimous decision from Timur Valiev in the fight. Now, Timur Valiev did get a knockdown in the first round of that fight and had basically double the amount of strikes as Trevin Jones in the fight, but as you guys know, midway into the second round, he did get knocked out. Now, something to consider is Martin Day is taking this fight on 8 days notice, which means that he's not going to have a full training camp and is not on that strict of a diet as Timur Valiev most likely is on. Now, even though technically, yes, Timur Valiev lost his first fight inside the UFC, outside of the UFC, guys, this dude was an absolute beast. He had 10 wins inside of some pretty legit organizations like WSOF or the PFL, with most of the wins being dominant striking performances. Now his opponent, Martin Day, he had his first 2 fights inside the UFC. They were really close. The first one being against Ping Liu, and in my opinion, he had a pretty good chance of winning that fight on the scorecards, but ended up losing the fight by split decision. He landed double the amount of strikes as Ping Liu, but did get knocked out, I believe, in the first or second round. That's the main reason that he ended up losing the fight, and that's why he lost the fight by split decision. And after that, he fought Davey Grant and looked really good. If that fight had gone all the way, he would have won the fight, but Davey Grant went out there in the third round and ended up getting a knockout absolutely insane. And in the third fight, he ended up fighting Anderson Dos Santos and just got submitted by guillotine submission, I believe, in the very first round. Now, in this fight between Timur Valiev and Martin Day, I definitely expect this fight to stay on the feet, with Martin Day maybe getting one, maybe if he's lucky, getting two takedowns in this fight, but most likely the fight is going to mainly stay on the feet. And guys, Martin Day does not have the best chin, so Valiev, who has some pretty good power in his right hand, maybe, just maybe, get a KO in this fight in the first or second round, but most likely the fight's going to go all the way into Timur Valiev landing a bunch of calf kicks and a bunch of right hands to the body. I mean, he's just an absolute beast. He's going to hinder Martin Day with those leg kicks and those body shots. I mean, I think the first round is going to be pretty even, with Timur Valiev just landing all those leg kicks and body shots. But in the second and third round, I think Timur Valiev is going to absolutely dominate that second and third round, and most likely land like 20% more strikes than Martin Day in the fight, and I think this fight's going to go all the way. I think Timur Valiev is going to win the fight by unanimous decision. Alright guys, so if you agree with that prediction, or maybe you guys disagree with that prediction, I don't really care. Put your predictions in the comments down below. I'd love to see what you guys think is going to happen in this bantamweight fight. If you guys think that Martin Day is going to go out there and get a first knock in the fight, if you guys think that Timur Valiev is going to get a third round submission in the fight, whatever your prediction is for this bantamweight fight, put that in the comments down below. I'd love to see what you guys think is going to happen in this fight. If you guys like the video, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those post notifications so you guys don't miss when I post a new video. That'd be absolutely insane. But guys, that is it for the video. I'm out of here.